Hey guys, Bob Lee here with Relic Rescue USA. We are now turning into the alleyway that goes behind the carriage house to the Loeb-Hilburn home. This is the original wagon track that the servants would have used when they brought the horse and buggy back around to the carriage house, which of course was behind the Loeb-Hilburn home. And that's where we're going to dig. Can you see it? It's right there. Chris and I, we've been digging for an hour. It's a small trash pit we're in, and we have two bottles that appear, and this one's embossed, appear to be whole. Okay, this is what we got. We got some sort of a medicine, looks like a square bottle. Now we have the neck to a second bottle right here. And I think this is going to be a green beer. This was heavily embossed. It looks really nice. We're going to pull this one first. And Chris and I are both crossing our fingers that this joker will please be whole. And Chris, it is.
All right.
Oh, man.
Nice. It has a name. It's from New York,
Wow.
USA. Shoe dressing.
Oh.
Raven gloss shoe dressing.
We have not found one of those.
That is nice.
That's a beautiful bottle.
Pardon me.
Gosh, that's nice. There's no chips in it. And I'm sure, 100% sure that's pre-machine made. We've been digging up square nails all morning with it. Hard to see, but the seam comes up right here on the edge and disappears right there. It is definitely an old one. Perfect condition. We've been at this for an hour and a half this morning. All right, let's check the others out. The sun is shining so brightly right now. I'm using Chris as kind of a shade tree. Oh, we had great hopes for this one. Okay, so there's a number 25 on the base, ABC and Company. I am not familiar with that glass manufacturer, but this is really heavy, thick glass. I'm not sure what it would have been. My guess maybe is a beer. And so now we have what I think is a beer right here. And going to have to do a little more digging, I think, to get it out. While I was cleaning it out, getting ready to pull out what I'm pretty sure is this green beer, having Med just came out. It is Chris. This joker is embossed.
LC Canova.
Okay, so we have found, if you've been watching my earlier videos here at the Loeb-Hilburn home, you've seen where we've found two of these. This is the smaller version, apparently. This is a very rare bottle. This drugstore was only in business for a couple of years here in Palatka before it was bought out. And let's give it a little spin. Oh, yes.
Perfect.
That's perfect. Okay, what I thought was a beer is fixing to come out, but I don't know. It's a little smaller than the beers we've been pulling out. Very cool. I'm going to set this up here for now, and we'll look at it in a minute. But right now, I've got a bottle in here that has great promise to it. And you can see it. I've got to do a little more excavating on it, but if this thing is whole, and it feels like it. No, it's not, Chris. There's a break. Oh, no. But anyway, we're going to get it out to have a look at it here. Just took out two more bottles from the hole. One of them is broken. The other one looks like a small beer. I'm going to hand them to Chris, let him kind of clean them up a little bit.
Look at this. It's a shame. Look at that little hole.
I know. I like the shape to it.
Look at that. Look at the neck on that.
Old cork top, aqua. Look at the bubbles there.
Yep.
And it's got the hole. Oh, too bad, so sad.
Yep.
And we haven't found one of these holes. Got a number
6. It looks
6, so that'll be your mold number.
That's an old one. Look,
Yeah.
look at the glass, the way it's come up into the bottle.
Yeah, you can see it good.
Oh,
Oh well.
oh, this one had a paper label on it.
Yeah. So where's the label pointed out again?
The remnants right here.
Yeah, there you go. So it was most likely a beer.
Yeah.
A small beer.
Yeah, but well, heck of a kick though for beer.
Oh, no.
I think that's one.
Maybe a wine.
Yeah. Small bottle, but still.
Yeah, so that's a little different than the other green bottles we pulled out of here.
Yep.
Okay, Chris was good enough to just wash the bottle out a little bit, and you can see it's got really nice color. It's a clean bottle. There's no cloudiness in it. This one's going to display really nice. Just pulled a plain med out. No embossing. But hey, it's nice. We are going this way, and it seems the trash, debris, the bones, the rusted cans, the plateware, which I'll show you later, seems to be going this way toward this stake, and which we had probed out earlier. So we're just going to see where it goes. We got a big root right here. Rather than we chopped into it a little bit, we're going to leave it alone. It's just too much work. We're going to work around this root, leave the root there, and then see what else is underneath here. All right, can you see it? We got another bottle, fixing to pull it. This was directly below the med you just saw us pull out a minute or two ago. Yeah, I think it's whole. Oh my.
Oh, yeah, it's got the label.
And that is, I'm gonna have to hand this to Chris.
Chris,
Give me your expert opinion.
Well, my expert opinion with this kick here, it's got to be champagne or wine, one of the two. Most likely champagne.
Now that's a full-size bottle. It's much bigger than the, we'll call it the small champagne we just pulled out. You know that, does it have a cork in it?
Nope, no cork.
It's got more of the label than I'm used to seeing. It's gonna be a beautiful bottle. We've pulled out several green beers at the Loeb-Hilburn home, but this is our first champagnes that are intact. Champagnes, wines, whatever you want to call them, but it's going to be one of those two. We're reasonably confident. Now we're going to get back to it. Tight fit for an old man. Anyway, we've gone down a lot deeper into the hole. Have what looks like a med, maybe.
Nothing on the bottom. Oh, wait a second.
Oh, you got embossing?
Yep.
Really? What say you?
Castor oil. Castoria.
Excellent.
What's on this side? Something different. Dr. S. Pitcher.
It says Castoria on it. The bottle looks like it's in excellent shape. Dr. S. Pictures. And looking at it, you can see the seam stops here. Look at the imperfections in the lip. This is a nice bottle. We've also pulled out quite a little bit of plateware today. And we've already got another piece like this, but that's that has an interesting design on it. I can't tell what exactly the blue represents, but very attractive. Got another piece of dishware. And this is an entirely different design than the other one I pulled out with the blue markings on it.
Nice, yes.
I don't know.
That's different.
We've got most of that little dish right there, but we'll see. Maybe come up enough to put it together. Well, things have been progressing nicely. Now Chris and I believe that this might be our second mega bottle dump at the Loeb-Hilburn home. And I'm about ready to pull out a bottle. If it's intact, it's going to be really nice. I'm going to give you a look. Okay, there it is. And you can see it's got embossing on it. This is a big bottle. And interestingly, it's got a piece of slate right over it. I'm going to try to get it out. Oh, please have the neck intact. It's intact. There's a piece of slate here that was used on the original roof of the Loeb-Hilburn home back in 1886. And I think that helped protect it. It's a big piece of slate. I can't even move it. Oh my goodness. That is a doozy.
Wow.
I can't believe it. That is gorgeous.
Okay.
Look at the bold embossing on that.
Harry K. Wampel?
Philadelphia.
Wampel and Company, Philadelphia.
How about the sides?
That's it.
That's enough. That's a
wow.
Beautiful bottle. We've not found a bottle like that before. I'm assuming it's a med. Gorgeous.
Yes, it is.
I mean, gorgeous. Cork top.
Yep.
It's going to be 1880s, 1890, I'm sure, because that's what everything else is we're getting out of this.
Yep.
Hit. All right, guys. Chris and I have been at this for 5 hours, which is a long time for Chris and me, but this has been a spectacular hole. You can see we really haven't gotten very far. It's maybe 2.5 feet to here, 2.5 feet across, and at its deepest we've gone 2 feet. But the reason it took us such a long time is we had all these roots, just tons, or maybe I should say not tons, but pounds and pounds of broken plateware and broken bottles, in addition to the whole intact bottles we found. We are going to come back, but so far it's been good to us. And just to give you a little perspective, Chris is going to turn the camera around and show you the carriage house. So we're not directly behind it, but we're off to one corner of the carriage house. Maybe, how far, Chris? 25 feet?
Yep, 25 feet.
And we're only about 15 feet from the other really big bottle dump that we had dug earlier in a couple of videos, and it's right over there. So it's looking really promising. And the other good thing about this dump, there's no melted glass. At the other dump, they had a lot of fires, but here so far, cross our fingers, and no melted glass. Just a look at what we came up with today. These are our intact bottles. This one, of course, if you remember, had a hole in one edge of it. Lots and lots of plate shards, all of them quite colorful. I think my favorite is this design right here, which I've never found before, the purple flower. And we've got all sorts of animal bones, broken bottles. We had a part of a crock somewhere, Chris. What happened to it? Here it is. And yeah, that's the real deal right there. We pulled out one piece of plate.
Well, it's hand painted, and I think that's got gold, probably 24 karat gold on it.
There you go. You see it on it. Beautiful. So of all the intact and broken bottles we found, the one that Chris and I find the most interesting, unfortunately, is broken. And it's this one right here. And if anybody has any ideas about what it may have been, we would like to know. It's the glass is not, it's not good glass. Here's the top to it. Here. I'm trying to fit it on there, but it's a really, really odd shape. I don't know if that's a liquor bottle. I don't think it's a perfume. It's pretty large, but it's very odd. The glass is in really bad condition. But yeah, so we would welcome any of your thoughts from the experts out there. Finally, do you remember those pieces of broken plate that I pulled out of the ground and showed you and mentioned that maybe I might be able to piece them together? Well, here's one plate I put together almost in its entirety, except for this chip out of the top. The pattern is colorful, but obviously it's faded after 130, 140 years. But from the maker's mark on the back, you can just barely see it in blue. I was able to determine that this plate was made in Austria. Couldn't get a year on it. And then we have this saucer. Came in 3 different pieces. Interestingly, there's one chip out of it as well. This is a blue and white floral pattern, some sort of a flower here. A lot of it has faded over time. and from the maker's mark on the back, this is even harder to see. It's actually right here. I had to get it just right with the light. I was able to determine that this saucer was made between 1879 and 1889. It is a Haviland Limoges made in France. I think it's really neat that this saucer fits perfectly within the time frame for when the Loeb-Hilburn home was built, which is 1886. So that's all for now. In a couple of weeks, I'll be back with day 2 of this bottle dig. Different bottles. Then there's day 3, even more different bottles. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. That's a wrap for now.